Hey, what's up, guys? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
So we are here at the deadline. We are dominating throughout the course of this season. The new lines have really been crushing it. Our lineup is, excuse me, absolutely stacked. Up and down and all the way across. And yeah, just taking a look at Kairu and his potential, or chemistry. Yeah. Tough to kind of envision him getting slotted down, but it's gonna happen. Fortunately, we do have, like, X factors to offset that. We won't have tremendous chemistry or anything like that, but oh man. This is like a really, really tough call of what to do at the deadline. I've had some crazy ideas. And thank you for all your guys' comments too of, well, just getting your input and stuff. It's helping me a lot to make a decision here. And the point brought up was, like, is Marner really going to produce better than Kairu? Probably not, but at the same time, does Kairu improve that third line? He might, with the X factors in particular. Now, Tuomainen is fine. He's doing tremendous this season, too. I mean, he's 59 points in 61 games. He's looking like the true guy that we want to be on that third line. And Kairu, I think I have him extended for one more season. Makes it a little bit tough for Tuomainen. Let me see where Kairu is. I'm pretty sure I extended him. Oh, I have not yet. I have not extended Kairu yet. Yeah, it's because his price tag. Yeah, that's right. It's a tough price tag. This is something that we'll have to decide on. So, going for the move now does kind of make sense. The tough thing is then it's like, man, we might be able to, like, Tuomainen, we continue playing him, he might get some stat growth, may even gain some X factors. It's such a tough call. His potential did revert now that he's 26 to low top 6. Actually, I'm curious if he even has stat growth already. Because if he has stat growth already, he's a little less worth it. I don't know if he does. Like, what? I guess he does. He does have a little bit. If we sat him, I don't think he loses it. But if we play him the rest of the year, he could gain more. But then he's built kind of purely on stat growth. But he still would be a serviceable third liner. My God. Dude, what the hell's wrong with my voice? Varlamov actually got a little bit more natural growth. That's good. And his close quarters is now gold. So that's pretty sick. Okay, Quincy is pretty much all stat growth. Oh, man. Okay, well, the decision is still, I don't know, man. I still kind of want to look at the possibilities. Oops, I forgot to do the 1 or 2 years left. Yeah. I think I was doing 2 years left. So yeah, obviously Marner's there. McDavid is there too. It's the price tags that are a little tricky. Houston and Eichel got extensions. And while they're not bad, Eichel's is kind of bad. I don't want him as a center either. Houston is pretty good. I don't want the 6 years, though, necessarily. Benson's okay, but I'm not a huge fan of his X factors. And yeah, he only fit on our 4th line. That doesn't make a ton of sense for us. Nylander, on the other hand, is the issue. Top 9. Like, he's going to decline. We don't want someone who's going to decline. We simply don't want that. He's got this, he's obviously got 6 stats, but he doesn't actually have a passing trait. And to me, that's kind of a no-go. So, really, it's like McDavid or Marner that you're going for. Those are the 2 best ones that I can think of. And it's a lot of value. We have the value. The biggest question is it a major need? That's tough. It's hard to kind of quantify. Neither team is in a great spot, though. Neither team are going to have their player on the block. Pretty much, we kind of know that. Marner's the cheaper one, and the position fit, and listed on the first line. He's honestly the better bet. He's the more right bet for this, in my opinion. Oh man. They're slightly over 500. They have other guys on the block. I'm going to check where they're at in the standings, because this all matters. As to, like... Oh man, they're very, very far out. They're 7 points behind the wild card spot. Okay, only 4 points behind this one, but they'd have to leapfrog a lot of teams. Was that 4 teams they'd have to leapfrog? Now, he's not a rental, but we would have that extra year of him. And that kind of works for us, because we were considering extending Kyrou for for an extra year. And if we go ahead with this, then that's out of the question. Now, this is mainly about next season. That's what I'm thinking about. I know we don't necessarily need him for this season, and I know Kyrou should be fine, but we can't keep boosting him up through stat growth, and the price tag that he wants, yeah, it's lower, and I could, do the math on that would get it lower, but he's going to keep declining. We can keep boosting him up with stat growth, but it's not going to last. So this is why I'm actually thinking of this. Now, this leaves them in kind of a rougher spot, but... they're committing dollars to certain guys already. They're trying to trade Nyes. Got this Martinook guy. They don't have anything great coming up, but... maybe it's time for them to see the writing on the wall. Yeah, Matthews is he'll be kind of stuck there. And he won't have anyone to feed him biscuits anymore, but maybe he will. Yeah, they want players. They don't want prospects. Besides this McCann guy, who is definitely going to go in there. He'll be one player. How would be over the cap? Oh, I'm a lot closer than I thought it was. Wait, how would we be over the cap? How? I can't get him to retain. That's out of the question. But I'm actually kind of curious how we'd be over the cap. We have well over half of his contract available, and we're at the trade deadline. It's actually less than half of what his contract worth is. And we have money for next year, so I'm not too sure why the game is saying we'd be over cap, because clearly we would not be. Okay, well, I'll see. You could move Lindstein in this, just to make it go across. That might be the option. I didn't necessarily want to do that. That's, yeah, I have two good I don't have any bad contracts besides arguably Lindstein. That would be league approved. I don't know. I don't know, Chief. I didn't necessarily want to do that. I wanted to keep everything stacked. They do not have another good right D for us. This guy's okay, but look at the price. Jesus Christ. Like, we have guys who could fill in. I'm a little nervous about making our defense quote-unquote weaker, but... part of me wants to do it for that reason. Again, this might not even work. We actually don't have any unsigned medium elites left besides goalies, and they're not worth that much. They want both of them, so that means... they would not... or they're on the block, so that means they would not accept both of them. This is weird. The cap thing. It doesn't make sense to me. Which means I don't know if I'm gonna do this. I'm just throwing things in to see what the value kind of situation would be. Yeah, I don't even think I would be able to make this happen. Bales is the one we're waiting on, correct? Kinda, yeah. Geisberger's expendable. You hold on to Tuominen. You could throw in Keeler at this point, 100%. But what are they going to say? Like, guys in the same role. Sweetland, maybe. But you're kind of out of value at that point. And you're close, but that's still not there. And the whole cap situation is, that's just, yeah, it's stupid. That ain't gonna work. So, yeah. I don't know if we're gonna go with anyone. Because Tuominen's doing so good. If I can't... yeah, it sucks. If I can't make it work, it doesn't... to me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Where the fuck is the X Factor thing there? I'll take another look, but at this point, it's gonna be closer to a lateral move. If I'm not gaining Marner and Nylander, it's again, that would be a very lateral move, and the same thing will come into play, the cap situation, which is dumb, but that's what it is. Let me actually see if I wonder if they didn't say for next season. I'm just seeing what they say to this. I gotta throw something in. Yeah, see, it's still saying to be over the cap when I'm clearly not going to be. You can even see it illustrated there. The game illustrates it properly in my salary cap on the left-hand side, but the game, in its logic, says it's over cap. The only thing that saves you is that we could since Nylander's 1 year left, you can get him to retain. But again, this is just more of a lateral move to me. Because he's the same. This is a pure rental. He's top 9. He doesn't have a passing trait. It doesn't make sense. So I don't think we make that move. Trying to go for Marner, you know, we'd have to throw in Lindstein, which theoretically weakens our defense. Yeah, we have other dudes we can call up easily. I.e. well, no, we don't, because Skilly's actually injured. Yeah, I don't think that's the move. One other option is to find a better fourth liner for Jeannot. Or for Tuomola, either way. That is the one other option which I will look at. To try to load up that fourth line a little bit more. And it will be a grinder, so let me just... I'd actually love to have an X Factor on one, but I doubt any of them are going to have X Factors. Yep, no grinders with X factors. So let me just see if there's even any grinders available. Jacobs, who is pretty friggin' sick. Oh, man. And he's actually young. And then we have the center and the right winger grinder. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. Oh, man, I kind of want this guy. I'll keep Jano's depth, honestly. Or I move him in this deal. Oh my god, he's got high discipline too? He might fight a little bit. He's on their third line. Let me see. They're listed as a seller, but they don't want to give this guy up. But them being listed as a seller is great for us. Because they should want some of our younger talent. They want McCann. He's... I have 9 picks already. I don't really need picks. So putting in McCann doesn't make sense for this. Keeler's probably the one. At least to start with. That gets you part of the way there. Maybe one, and then the goalie. Since he doesn't have a ton of value. Goalie Sundin. They want him. That makes sense. That'll do it. Keeler and Sundin. And then I'm not going to get ripped off. So I'll try to take a pick back. They may value this guy very... Wow. Yeah, they're kind of loading up. They may value this guy a little bit heavily. That ain't going to work, but I'll try it. Nope. It's going to have to be a 4 most likely. I'll try the slightly less value one now. Yeah, they're loading up on picks. It looks like they're trying to do that. So we're going to give them some young talent. Or if I really want the 3, I can do that and give up probably the 5. Let me see. If I throw the 5 in and try to get their 3, how does that work? Or a 3. That goes through. Okay, and I actually didn't throw in Jano, but just in case of an injury, I think I'm going to hold on to him. Or if we want to slot in someone else, if we don't think that 4th line's doing well, right? So let's get Jacobs in there. Jacobs, Dvorsky, Tuomola. That's pretty freaking good. That is pretty damn good. Oh, he's great for the 4th line, too. He'll slot in on that PK as well. Other option is you could also sit Tuomola here instead of Jano. And if I want double grinder, actually, I think that's the play. I want that toughness. Oh, yeah, I think so. I get a +2 now on that 4th line. Yep. Yep. There we go. So I swapped them, but that's actually... Jacobs. Okay, yeah, they'll still be on the PK. I might... Oh, so it doesn't... Even though they're in the same position, it's not going to show them. So, yeah, I'm a little bit vindicated. That shit doesn't work that well. I'm going to keep the, essentially the lines that were there, which was Jano here. And then Jacobs. Jacobs is younger, and honestly, I don't know if it's true, but I feel like younger guys don't do as well on the PK sometimes. It feels like it's a thing in this game. So that's what we're going to do. Jesus Christ. So we didn't make the huge splash, but we're going to count on Kairu's veteran leadership and hopefully get a little bit of stat growth as the season ends. Keep him in that high production position that he's in. 58 points in 61 games played. As he's in 86, that should be enough for stat growth if it continues on that pace. Oh, I like it. And then, as I said, we're waiting for Engqvist and Stajan. Hopefully, this next season they're ready, which means we can shed Dvorsky. And we're gonna need to do that eventually, because he's making a bit too much. It's not that much for a fourth liner, but it is a bit over. He's great, and it sucks, but I am gonna get like a full grinder line on that fourth line, I think. Hopefully it all makes sense chemistry-wise. So that's gonna be the trade. It's not gonna be a huge splash, but it does give us a bit more grit on that fourth line. And it also helps us for more than just this next year. Speaking of which, let's see if we can lock Jacobs into some kind of extension. Otherwise, it's going to be less cool. I would overpay on a grind rather than Dvorsky anymore. That's a tough call. I'm going to get into just this 1 year because we'll be able to keep him as RFA. And it's a very, very reasonable price for next year, in which we may be paying Pellikka quite a bit. Because I don't want to lose him. I want to try to hold on to him. Despite his crazy ask price. So it'd be 245. Which I will do and keep him as RFA. Lindstein's going to be gone. We'll have to commit to something else. But hey, we used them all up, man. Like, we used them until we essentially couldn't anymore. Tuomola actually doesn't want to come back. That's okay. He's good and all, but like, if we had a roll 4 lines, I would 100% be using this guy because of that offensive upside. But we have a roll 3 lines, right? So I hand it to the grinders. We just get out there and bash faces for a few shifts a game. All right, and they play some PK. So that's gonna be our trade deadline. And we're gonna continue on here. And we'll have to wait to get Pellikka back because he's still asking for ridiculous amounts right now. But we're gonna go to the end of the season now. Jacobs extended. Perfect. Alright, any major trades happening? Yeah, but what the hell? Didn't Vegas just get Boqvist and Mäkiniemi? What the fuck is Vegas doing? Oh, there's Tenkrat. Isn't that? Yeah, I think that's the guy we drafted. Very weird. Who knows? Vegas doesn't have a plan. Okay, Reinstrom. Oof. Pellikka just got injured. Wonder if that's actually going to help us. I'm just going to throw Tucker in. I know, it's 2 DFDs, but what the heck ever. And yeah, and the shootout too, I just don't care. Losing a few extra games won't actually hurt us that much. If it even happens. Okay, well, they'll at least all be back for the playoffs, but this is not exactly what we wanted to see. I'm actually going to go throw Tuomo in because I don't want to completely tank his morale here. Alright, I know he's not great for this line, but see if we can get him a few extra points, not completely tank him. Instead of throwing in Martin, who is listed as depth, and he can sit scratched. Okay. Buddy. Buddy! They're all gonna be back, but this is very nerve-wracking. Jesus criminy. I'm just throwing guys into where they are, so to make it simple. Alright, you know what? It's fine. Happen here, don't happen in the playoffs. I'm cool with it. If it all happens here. Oh my god, Robert Thomas even had a minor injury. Team's just targeting us now. Alright, multiple players are eligible to be dressed, but we'll only put in the fully healed guys. There is no need to risk a thing. Okay, both Pellikka and Shirkov are fully healed. So that's good. Shirkov in. Pellikka in. Air. Tough loss there. Dude, another defenseman getting injured. Kaltiainen. It's always like Kaltiainen and Skilly, too. Is that all we have left? Jesus! We got a playmaker and two playmakers on the top two defense. That's hilarious. It's gonna make us lose out some games here at the end because we've been doing too good. And Kairu back in there. Oh my god. That was nuts. Just 10 injuries, like, all in a row. Who is it? Who's back? Skilly. I don't know if Lutzer was actually... I don't think he was playing anywhere. Yeah, he was just... Yeah, he's like an excess low elite 2A that we have. We have a lot of them. Okay. Get out of here. Tough loss. Oh my god, even our goaltender got injured? He wasn't actually out, but I'm just double checking everything. Alright. Kati Heinen's back now. I think that's it. I think that would be quite done now. Yep. Yes, baby. Going into the playoffs hot. I like it. 10-5 win against Vegas. Didn't quite hit 60 wins, and we nearly got 20 reg losses. What the hell's happening? Oh my god, that took forever to get the playoff matchups. Alright, we're taking on the Avs in the first round. And we had a tremendous, tremendous season. Very, very good. We'll see just how good it was as Quincy led the team in points. We had a 122-point season, 415 goals for, 2.7 goals against. That's real good. 27.3 power play, 85.8 penalty kill. I think that dropped a bit. That's okay. We'll see where we ranked. Goals for, first place by a pretty good margin. Goals against, first place by a pretty decent margin. Power play. Top power play by a full %. Penalty kill, on the other hand, it's actually tied for top. Wow. Okay. So every single major stat, we are number 1. Prepare Uranus. Because this first round could get messy. Oh boy, okay. Quincy had 86 points, 34 goals. Shirikov, 84 points, 57 goals. Missed 4 games. He could have hit 60. Could have hit 60. No, sorry, missed 5 games. Definitely could have hit 60. Varlamov, 82 points. All of our snipers are leading the way. Thomas with 82 points. Darling had 76 with 43 goals on the third line with power play. That is unreal. Tuomanen, 75 points. Kairu, point per game, 71 and 71. Misa, 71 and 82. Bit under, but that's okay because... That's insane. You have 8 guys with 70+ points. Bolduc has 55 with no power play, essentially. Yep. Jacobs ends with 35. What did he do with us? Probably not that much. Yeah, 5 and 21. -1. Okay, no fights. That's 8 pims, though, which is weird because he had 93. Tuomola, Dvorsky. I think Tuomola did pretty good on that the first line when I had him there. And Martin was a great depth piece, 5 points in 8 games. Defensively, Pelika, 72 points in 74 games. Man, he really got screwed by that injury there. Could still be in the Norris conversation, though. Tucker, Dickinson, Lindstein, yeah. 5 of our defensemen with 20+ points. Not bad. McGrattan had a 9-10 and a 2-5-9 with 50 wins and 5 shutouts. Dostal last year here. But again, playoff insurance. He got the points I want out of him. 22 and 18, 2 shutouts. Yeah. Jacob's actually a rookie too. Interesting. Alrighty. So there we go. Let's look around the league now. Matthews, 133 points and 60 goals. Marner, 129. Nylander, 117. I wonder if they made the playoffs. Perfetti, Zegras, Jack Quinn, Kyle Connor. Look at the new leaders. Well, other than that one Leafs line. Goal leader. Bedard with 61. Assist leader. Marner with 88. Let's see who's the most klutz. And I'm going to leave it on all skaters because someone had mentioned in an earlier episode that McAvoy could have deserved it. To me, it's going to Kirill Gonchar. 11 game winners and 38 goals. That's incredible. Power play goal. Oh, I didn't actually leave it on all skaters. My bad. I thought I switched it. All right, well, it's still Gonchar. Power play goal leader. Bedard. Power play points, probably him as well. Nope, 35 for Matthews. What a merchant. Shorties. 3 for Lundell. And the most points as well with 5, tied with some other people. All right, come on, Selkies. Let's see. Not seeing anything yet. Not anything great. Stützle's got the highest percent. There you go, Fantilli. He's looking like the clear leader to me right now. Perfetti is in the conversation. Bedard, I don't know if his other than defensive numbers are going to be good enough, but his face-off percentage would kind of put him in the conversation. And Laurent Brodeur as well. Okay. Interesting. New Selkie races. Cal McCarr is better than Fox. Ah, god damn it. It's going to be Fox, isn't it? Pelika has a much crazier plus minus, but that's 17 points behind, man. Like, that's just not going to happen. I'm hoping it doesn't happen. This is the one time I'll wish for Fox to actually be good. Is right here, win the North so Pelika's head doesn't get any larger. We don't want his head to get any larger, please. Jesper Wallstedt with a 918. Oskarov with a 913. Then Swayman, Anunin, McGrattan all tied with a 910. McGrattan is probably going to win the William M. Jennings. I mean, he played 71 games. He only allowed 176 goals. He's likely going to have the best goals against. He absolutely does. So, yeah. Probably winning the William M. Jennings. Not the best, though. Rookies. Oh. Mark Friggin. He's friggin' terrible. They're going to give it to Trafford, I bet, because of the plus minus. I guarantee you Trafford's going to get it because the game's stupid. An elite two-way forward, no X factors. When they draft him. 4th overall, no X factors. Friggin' lose the Calder. Alright. And no rookie goalie is really worth anything. Hits. Again, hey man, we've had multiple 200 hit guys for the last couple seasons. I like it. Cousins and Heineman. Jesus Christ, mids. 36, 25. Jesus, Geno's up there with 11, but mids, dude. You got your 36, buddy. Holy crap, how'd he get up to an 84? Maybe time to settle down. He's making the money he deserves. He's a beast. I miss him. Okay. So that's that. We'll check out the playoff tree where we're taking on the Avs, the Wild, and the Preds, the Oilers and the Canucks, the Sharks and the Jets. Look how many Canadian teams are making it. That's nuts. That's how you know it's a video game. Almost every Canadian team. All we're missing is the Leafs, right? Oilers, Canucks, Jets. No, Calgary. Yeah, and then Montreal and Ottawa. Yeah, just missing Calgary. All right. So let's see what the Avalanche got for us. Obviously, they have a Makar, they have a McKinnon, who are probably still a Rantanen. See what else. What else do you have, Colorado? Have you sustained? They have a McKinnon, but he's on the second line now. Olesen, Middlestat, Rantanen, Nichushkin, McKinnon, who is 36. Oh, that's really heavy decline for Mac. Come on, man. He's on that diet, dude. He would not decline this quick. They got to program it in his diet. Apparently Timo Meyer. Cartier, Pinto, Huhtanen, Laferriere. Yeah, it's not bad. At least they're kind of good spread out, but they just don't have the firepower that we do. Not anymore. And their defense is very cheese. Not the greatest defensive stats. Neither does he. Their awarenesses are actually quite low. Another OFT. If we struggle to score against this team, it's going to be some absolute bullshit. Tucker McNeil. Drafted by them. Guy they brought up themselves. Nice. 87. Probably not even extended. And they got Korhonen as well. Who was pretty good in the playoffs last season. We should fucking dominate these guys. Up and down the ice. Every single line of ours is better. Every single defensive pairing is better. Our goalie is better. Better team doesn't always win. But I mean, when the margin is this wide, where our third line is almost comparable to their first. I mean, boy, I'm so nervous about this. But hey, we got a lot of options to switch things up if we want. It's all right. Game 1, we have the home ice advantage. Pretty sure we're the President's Trophy winning team. I didn't actually check, but I think we were. I knew it. 4-2 loss, game 2. 5-4 loss. Too good. We're just too good. Game doesn't like it. First line are minuses. First pairing, heftily minus. Okay. He does not like that second pairing. Feel like I need more shutdown though, but I think I'll do this actually. Put Pelican as one time. Gotta throw Dostal in, that's just not okay. Fine. Yep, and here's where the third line completely disappears because it's too good. Makes sense. Fourth line is kind of getting run over, which doesn't make sense. They know it, Jano, we don't need a fighter. So we're going to throw Tuomola in. We don't get the chemistry anymore, but that's honestly probably hurting them. They're too good with that chemistry. Okay. Gave McGrattan 2 games. We scored enough to win at least one of them. McGrattan just got too good, man. Got those X factors, got that elite status, high 80s, man. Just time for him and his consistency to drop to 0. Yeah, we scored enough to win game 2, man. That can't happen. Game 3. Dostal comes in, we get the goals, and he keeps the puck out. Game 4. We win 3-2. Dostal's the guy right now, until he loses the net. We've evened the series up. We got home ice now, game 5. You gotta win for the fans here. There you go, 5-2. Great response so far. But we lose game 6. And we face a game 7 where we can get absolutely cheesed. But I'm keeping the lineup as it is. Gave us 3 wins. Come on, St. Louis. There we go. Shirkov opens up the scoring. 1-0. All right, come on, come on, come on. We need more. One's not going to be enough. Not against McKinnon. All right. All right. Whew. Game 2, or sorry, period 2. And more. Power plays got to capitalize. Oh my god, it's a long one too, and we can't capitalize. That could come back to bite us. But Quincy, net front, makes it happen. Maybe even a wraparound. He's like right on the net. All right, Huhtinen gets one back. Colorado trims the deficit to just one. Don't you dare blow this, St. Louis. Don't you dare. Heading into the third period and nursing a 1-goal lead. We're outplaying them. It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter what the scoreboard shows, Shirokov. Fuck you! Ty Cartier gets another big one. Oh no. Come on, St. Louis. Come on, St. Louis. We are dominating them. Score on McNeil. No. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Yep. Good stuff. Great stuff. That makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. Yeah. This lineup. Yeah. This lineup losing to that team. Yeah, totally. Totally makes sense. Shirokov, 5 points in 7 games played, not enough. Point per game, good. 5 points in 7 games played, not enough from your top line. 5 points in 7. I don't know. Is it like with the spread scoring we got? Varlamov killed it. Leader, baby. Darling had 7 points. Man, if our first line could have just scored more. They played better with Tuomola in there instead of homeboy. Dickinson was a +8. Santabori, they were great together. Pelika -2. No points either. The fuck am I gonna keep you for? Lindstein and Barnaby were a wash, essentially. 902 and an 878 from your goaltenders. Okay. Let's see how the Colorado Underdogs did. Colorado Underdog mechanics. Olesen, 3 points. Middlestat, 5 points. 5 points. Their first line was awful. Meyer, 3. What? 3 points. McKinnon had 9. Nichushkin had 7. Okay. Second line. This third line beat ours. This third line. 5 points. 5 points. 6 points. It didn't beat ours, but it's comparable. So what the fuck's the point? Yeah, Makara, we knew he was going to do good 3 point. Like, all these guys outproduced. How the fuck did they do this? How the fuck did they do this? I don't get it. And I will never understand it. I will never, ever, ever understand it. Why the sim engine, like, yeah, we didn't do great goals against wise, but like we have a positive ratio. Power play kind of drifted away. Of course, penalty kill was god awful. And wow, look how many penalties we took. I know it's a 7 game. I'm gonna do math on that. It seems high, but it probably isn't. It's averaging almost 4.5 penalties per game. I guess that's kind of I would say in the playoffs it's closer to 3. Maybe even 2 to 3 in the playoffs with how it's reffed. But this is a video game, and it acts like a video game. Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't act. It acts like a video game when it feels like it. But if it was acting like a video game, there's no fucking way this team loses to that team. At least they shouldn't. But it happens. And with Kairu most likely departing, we're going to have to retool. I could still get him back for another year. But he didn't, at the end of the season, show a jump nor gain X Factors back. Still got top 6. He's not down to top 9. But, yeah. So, is it coaching? Is it team build? It sure as hell isn't, you know, skill level. And it's not like, again, it's not like we don't have defense everywhere. We have a two-way forward 1C. We got a power forward, two-way forward, playmaker, like third line, a full defensive. We have one OFD. The rest are really good. Like a DFD who's sick. We even shifted around. Like Dickinson's an incredible defensive player. Tucker's great with slightly more offensive upside. And then Barnaby's incredible. DFD. Lindstein, 90 defensive awareness. McGrattan became elite and all of a sudden decided to not play elite. What else can you say? What else can you say? A team that we should beat every single day of the week beats us. Fine. This one don't deserve to win. This one, you gotta get saves. 1-3 straight. You have all the momentum. This one's tough. And yeah, these two, Dostal wasn't good enough. We scored 3 goals in each. Like that, sometimes, it's gotta be enough sometimes. That's 2 straight games where we scored 3 goals and it wasn't enough. But I couldn't take Dostal out after what he did for, you know, those 3 games. Whereas it was 2 games of McGrattan getting absolutely shelled. So fucking stupid. So, I don't know. I simply don't know. But we'll come back and we'll try to figure things out. Try to figure out how to beat the hardest opponent, which is the Sim Engine. Which never ever makes sense. Whatever. Alright. I'll see you guys in the next one.